Every week, you toss in a tangle of dirty clothes, close the door, and walk away. Minutes later, they come out clean, wrung nearly dry, smelling of nothing but soap. No scrubbing, no wringing by hand. So what actually happens behind that glass while you are gone? Let's slice the machine open and watch the wash from the inside, step by step, while the drum turns and the water moves through the cloth. It starts with a click. When you shut the door, a small latch slides into an electric lock, and the machine checks that it is truly closed. This matters. The drum is about to fill with water and then spin fast enough to throw it out. So the lock stays bolted shut for the whole cycle, releasing only once the drum has fully stopped. A sealed door is the machine's first quiet promise: nothing spills and nothing escapes. Now the machine drinks. Behind the back panel, 2 valves open, one for hot, one for cold, and water flows through a small tray that holds your detergent. As it passes, it picks up the soap and carries it into the drum. A sensor watches the rising level and closes the valves at just the right amount. Not a full tub, just enough to soak the clothes, because a modern washer uses far less water than the old machines did. Plain water cannot lift grease, because oil and water refuse to mix. Detergent solves this with molecules shaped like tiny tadpoles. One end loves water, the other end clings to oil and grime. They surround each greasy speck, wrap it in a ball, and hold it floating in the water instead of clinging to your shirt. Stir that mixture, and the dirt simply drifts away into the wash. The soap does the chemistry, the drum does the muscle. Look at the inner drum. It is studded with holes and 3 curved paddles called lifters. As the drum slowly turns, the lifters scoop the wet clothes up the side, carry them to the top, then let them fall back into the water with a soft slap. Over and over, the laundry is lifted and dropped. That gentle pounding flexes every fiber, pushing soapy water through the cloth and shaking loose the dirt the detergent has already worked free. All that tumbling needs a patient engine. A motor behind the drum spins it through a belt, or in newer machines, drives it directly. Notice how it never just runs one way. It turns a few times clockwise, pauses, then reverses. This back and forth keeps the clothes from balling up into one heavy knot, spreading them around so every piece gets the same lift and the same fall. Slow and steady for washing. The fast work comes later. Some stains give up only when the water is warm. So many washers hide an electric heating element at the bottom of the tub, much like the coil inside a kettle. The machine can raise the water to a chosen temperature and hold it there, because warm water makes detergent work faster and dissolves oily grime more easily. For delicate colors, it stays cool. For towels and bed sheets, it turns the heat up. The cycle chooses what each load needs. The machine is quietly measuring all of this. A thin pressure tube reads the water level by sensing how hard the water pushes against it. Other sensors feel the weight of the load and how fast the drum responds when the motor nudges it. From these clues, the controller decides how much water to add, how long to wash, and how hard to spin. A small load and a heavy one are never treated the same way. When the wash is done, the dirty water has to go. A pump near the floor switches on and pushes the grey, soapy water out through a hose to the drain. A filter sits in its path to catch coins, lint, and the occasional lost sock before they can clog the works. The drum empties until only damp clothes remain, heavy with the water still trapped inside every thread. Now the machine prepares for its fastest move of all. The drum begins to race, climbing to 1,000 turns a minute or more. At that speed, the wet clothes are flung hard against the outer wall, and the water inside them is thrown outward too. But the water meets those little holes in the drum and escapes through them, while the heavier fabric cannot follow. The water flies out and drains away. The clothes stay behind. In just a few minutes, spinning alone wrings out most of the water. Spinning that fast, even a slightly lopsided load could shake the whole machine across the floor. So the tub hangs on springs and dampers, like a car riding on its suspension, soaking up the wobble. A heavy block of concrete or iron is bolted on as a counterweight, adding mass so the machine stays planted. If the load bunches to one side, the washer feels the shudder, slows down, and gently sloshes the clothes around to spread them out again. So watch the whole chain at once. The door locks, the valves let water in and gather the detergent. The soap surrounds the grease and floats it free. The drum lifts and drops the clothes while the motor rocks them back and forth, and the heater warms the water. Sensors judge the load, the pump drains the dirty water, and the spin flings the rest away while the counterweight holds everything steady. Cleaning and wringing, all in one quiet box. In the end, it is just water, soap, and motion. 3 simple things arranged with real care. The next time you close that door and hear the lock click, you will know exactly what the spinning drum is doing inside and why the clothes come out clean and nearly dry. That is the Cutaway. Stick around and we will slice open something else you use every day and turn it quietly inside out.